Hello everybody, how is it going? I am Lucas, and what we have on our hands is an old-fashioned showdown. We're going to be checking out the Toneforge Misha Mansoor plugin versus Fortin's Namless plugin suite. So this is how things are going to proceed. We're going to let you listen to Toneforge, then we're going to listen to Namless, then we're going to listen to Toneforge and Namless switch back and forth. And the very end of that, we're going to have actually both of them active, one on the left, one on the right at the same time. And then we're going to jump over and check out some cleans from both of these plugins. So without any further ado, let's get to it. First up on the menu, we're going to be listening to Toneforge Misha Mansoor. That was Toneforge. Now let's check out Namless. Alright, so for the next little installation of this demo that we're going to have, what I'm going to do is I am going to actually have it switch between, we're going to go from Toneforge right here, then Namless, then Toneforge, and back to Namless, and then we're going to have both of them engaged right here. Alright, let's test them out. I don't know about you guys, but I found they actually sounded really good whenever they were combined together here. As you can see, I had Toneforge on the left and I had Namless on the right, and that sounded really good. It blended actually really nice together. Now let's check out some cleans. Now the first clean that we're gonna have up, this is actually gonna be the Toneforge clean, and for the Toneforge plugin, you actually do have clean effects. You have some delay, some chorus, and some reverb going on. And then we're going to jump over to Namless, and we're going to check out the cleans there. So, let's go. And just for a little reference, everything that you're going to be hearing is processed within the plugins themselves. I didn't put any post EQ or anything else. Only actual plugins from any outside plugins. It's just from the plugins itself. So now let's check out Namless. And let's see what this sounds like. Now for both of these plugins, I did use ML Sound Labs, the best IR in the world, so they're both using off of the same IRs. The stock IRs in Fortin themselves, Miko from ML Sound Lab actually shot them. So if you want to hear what they exactly sound like, check out my Fortin review. I'll put a link to that up there. You can check that out, and they actually sound really good. Miko makes a lot of good IRs. He makes a lot of them for the Axe effects, for Fractal. So breaking down both of these plugins as to which one wins in this epic showdown, in this epic duel, I'm gonna have to say it really all depends on what you're going for and the type of sound that you're looking for. I know that may sound sort of like a cop-out, but it really does. So when it comes to Toneforge, the biggest thing that I don't really like about it is I don't like the built-in IRs. I find the JST matched cab, that one sounds the best. The other IRs that are in here, they don't really sound like great to me. I think that they could improve that through updates. I think they could. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's possible. But I found whenever I slapped in the best IR in the world, the plugin came alive and it sounded great. It took it to that next level for me. A lot of people may not like Toneforge because it kind of has a modeler type feel to it, and the distortion is very mid-focused. So that's just kind of how it behaves. But so if you're not used to that and that's not the sound that you're looking for, it may kind of turn you off toward it. What I really like about Toneforge is I like the interface. I like how everything is down here. I like how, you know, you can click from here. The buttons they're hard to miss. You do have a tuner in here. You don't have a tuner on Namless. One of the big things for me is the effects. Having the effects inside of Toneforge yourself is really big, because if you're a beginner just starting out and you know you don't really have a lot of money for plugins and stuff like that, having it built in is great. I mean, I know you can like, for example, Studio One comes with built-in stuff with delay and reverb and stuff like that, but I like that it's baked right in there. I don't have to go grab it anywhere else. And you also do have a little EQ in here, which is pretty cool because that helps you shape it more, and you have a compressor. The only downsides, like I said, Toneforge would be the IR, and if you're not used to this type of sound, it can be hard to get a good tone out of it. Moving on to the Namless suite, what I really like about this is the IRs are fantastic in here. They sound great. You can turn them on and off. What's really cool about this is you can actually turn off each section. So you can turn off these IRs. You can turn off the IRs in here. You can use a separate IR loader. You can actually turn off the amp in here too if you want. And you can just use the IRs from here with something else or another plugin if you're able to turn off the IRs in there. I find that really cool. What I don't really like about this is I don't like the buttons, how small they are at the top. It seems that they can make this bigger, and it doesn't feel intuitive to me. It feels like it's kind of out of the way. For me, it feels like it's out of the way. I do, like I said, I like the IRs. I couldn't really get a good clean sound on here. I tried really hard, could not get a good clean sound. As you heard on there, it was fuzzy, which is fine, because if you're buying this plugin, you're mainly buying it for metal, so you're probably really not all that interested in cleans. But that is kind of a drawback to me. You also don't really have an EQ. You don't really have the effects that Toneforge has, which is kind of a letdown, but you can also use other ones that are in the DAW. So, what do you guys think about it? Which one do you think that you would buy? Which one do you think that would be better? For me, if I'm a beginner just starting out, I'm going to have to go grab Toneforge, because it has a lot of different elements in it that I don't really have to go anywhere. You have the tuner, you have the effects. I really like the cleans on Toneforge. But I find Namless, if you're looking for like the de facto metal plugin and you really want something that feels and responds like a real amp that already has really good built-in IRs, then I would definitely go out and grab Namless Suite. So, let me know in the comments down below which one you think is better. I have been Lucas. I'm going to have to be out. Peace.